British Cycling is to ban transgender women from the female category of its competitions following a 9-month review and consultation under a new participation policy that the governing body said was predicated on fairness. Such athletes will compete in an open category with men. The female category will be for those whose sex was assigned female at birth. The changes will prevent rider Emily Bridges, the country's highest-profile transgender cyclist, potentially being part of the British women's team. Last year she was stopped from competing in her first elite women's race by the UCI Cycling's World Federation, despite meeting the rules at the time. British Cycling's policy had allowed transgender women to take part in elite female events if they met testosterone-based regulations. But with the governing body at the heart of the debate over balancing inclusion with fairness, its regulations were suspended amid mounting controversy about Bridges and a review was launched. Research studies indicate that even with the suppression of testosterone, transgender women who transition post-puberty retain a performance advantage, said British Cycling. Our aim in creating our policies has always been to advance and promote equality, diversity and inclusion, while at the same time prioritizing fairness of competition. We recognize the impact the suspension of our policy has had on trans and non-binary people, and we are sorry for the uncertainty and upset that many have felt during this period. Transgender women will be able to participate in non-competitive recreational and community cycling without restriction. The new policies will be implemented by the end of the year. Having been a highly promising competitor in junior men's events, Bridges came out as transgender in 2020, starting hormone therapy as part of her gender dysphoria treatment. She then became eligible to compete in elite women's events under British Cycling's transgender regulations, which required riders to have had testosterone levels below 5 nanomoles per litre for a 12-month period prior to competition. But days before the 2022 National Omnium Championships, the UCI said Bridges' participation could only be allowed once her eligibility to race in international competitions was confirmed, dashing her hopes of competing for Wales in the Commonwealth Games. A group of elite female cyclists called on the UCI to rescind its rules around transgender participation, claiming female athletes in the UK were willing to boycott events over their concerns about fairness in their sport. Bridges said she felt harassed and demonized and had little clarity on her eligibility. She added that she does not have any advantage over her competitors, and could prove it with data. While British Cycling suspended its rules, the UCI then toughened its regulations, doubling the qualification period to 2 years and lowering the required testosterone threshold for transgender women riders to 2.5 ml/L. But this month, after Austin Phillips became the first transgender woman to win a UCI women's stage race at the Tour of the Healer, the world governing body reopened consultation on the issue, saying it hears the voices of female athletes and their concerns about an equal playing field for competitors.